Okay, hi. So, the narcissist, and my pronoun is he, right? So, he'll tell you that he did something and blame you for it. Does that sound familiar? I did that because you did this, or because you didn't do that, I went and did this. Or I only did that because you. No, don't fall for that. What drives them to do their acts of transgression, again, we haven't even gotten to the long list that acts can be, don't even get me started. But when they have a transgression and they blame it on you, you have to remember the only thing that made them have that transgression is their lack of impulse control, which I mentioned impulse control last video, and I want to get into this. When they perform some kind of transgression against somebody, they don't have guilt. Remember, they don't feel bad. They don't feel shame. They have the emotional maturity of a toddler. I read once, picture like a little boy with a plastic sword fighting. That's who you're fighting with. And I guess their development arrested. I'm guessing with everything I've read, again, I'm not a doctor, but with everything I've read, I'm thinking at the age that whatever happened to them happened. And again, maybe their ideal childhood led them to this, but maybe they were particularly rewarded for this behavior in some way at a certain age. But they're arrested developmentally. So, and they have the grandiosity about themselves, which makes them feel entitled to behave or misbehave any way that they want. So there's nothing you did to cause anyone's behavior, ever. Just like I can't even say, well, you made me get this crazy like a lunatic. We have responsibility for behaving that way. But they have truly a responsibility to not hurt someone. He'll definitely make you feel like it's your fault that he committed the transgression. And what I want you to understand about impulse control is he will always have a problem with it. The good news for you is that you don't ever have to think that you don't have to deal with it for your whole life. In other words, the research shows they don't change, so that's something that they will have to have with them for their whole life. Not everyone can leave. I'm not saying leave, but if it's a new thing or he's just, and you can leave and catch yourself. Catch yourself if you can. Say, whoa, wait a minute. He always does this. He's never going to change, and he might not. But your life is going to be this. It could be a very peaceful situation. In other words, so I'm going to dinner the other night, and I'm driving to my friend's house, and I have a convertible. It's nothing fancy. I drive a Mini Cooper. Tops down, music's blaring, sun is setting. It was like the hour it is now, which in Orlando is beautiful, 5:30. I'm driving to dinner. My puppy is next to me, and I'm thinking, I'm healthy. I have friends, family. I have a great life. Mine's not affected at all by me leaving the person that had no impulse control. I'll tell you what it doesn't have. It has peaceful mornings. It has peaceful evenings. It doesn't have waking up to a screaming match, being woken up in the middle of the night to something crazy. All of those things that can happen. Picture your life without them. Picture your life without them. I mean, I'm driving along. It was a beautiful day, and I was just so happy and peaceful and not upturned inside, right? Not upturned. And that's a nice place to be. That's a nice place to be. And it can only happen if you realize that you are not the cause of that impulse control. And maybe you do have to get away from the person that is putting upon you all of this behavior. Because generally, between their grandiose view, like I said, of themselves and their lack of empathy and conscience or guilt or shame, they're going to do something again. They have a lack of impulse control. You know what I'm saying? Like lack. Zero, zilt. They don't have it. So they see candy, they're going to take it, whether they have the money or not. They see a toy they want, they're going to get it. they're going to do whatever they need to do to get what they want. And if they get to crush somebody's spirit in the meantime that has shown them love, even better, because they want to win. Everything's a game and manipulation, and they like to see that they win. So if you are in the position that you say to yourself, God, I would love to be driving along to my friends for dinner and just have the music blaring with my puppy next to me and have nothing to worry about. Well, then that means there's something in your life that's making you uneasy. But you don't carry their stuff with you if you leave them, is my point about the drive, is what I was trying to get to. My life is exactly the same. My life hasn't changed at all. Their life does, because they're all over the place. They generally don't have homes that are solid. They're like gypsies all over the place. They're from one person to another. You may have a very solid life with the same family and friends and home base and consistency in your life that is a champagne problem. People get bored with the monotony, but that's a glorious way to live, man. You have a solid, nice life. I say to everybody, I have a happy, quiet, simple little life. And that's what I still have. So don't allow anyone to blame you for their lack of impulse control and say that you did something to cause it. That is ridiculous. Okay, I hope I made my point. Anyway, all right. Well, thank you so much